Good morning everyone and welcome to a very rainy, very autumnal day in Birmingham. My name's Jo and this is my third podcast where I will talk about all things knitting, my current whips, my finished objects, and today I haven't got any acquisitions but I am going to discuss future plans for a knitted vest which I am really excited to start. I've been really busy the last week, loads and loads of knitting done. So let's get started. Today I am wearing my Peacock Tee. And I've completely forgotten to write down the design now, but this is a really lovely top that I've made. I really enjoyed knitting it. Let me stand up so you can see. It's a really nice, it's a bit creased, which isn't ideal. But yeah, it's a really nice lightweight t-shirt with some lovely lace detail going all the way around the yoke. It is knit in the round from the top down, and I knit this in this yarn, which is Katia Merino 100%. It is a superwash yarn. It is very soft. Not my favourite yarn now. When I knit this, I wanted something summery, I wanted something soft, and it's very cool to the touch, even though it is 100% wool. It's quite shiny though, and I'm not sure I still like that, but I do wear this sometimes for work. It's really comfy, it's soft next to the skin. This is just in the colour blue, just says colour 53, and I had a look online and that's just the colour blue. As I said, really lovely to knit, and it knits up quite quickly once you get the pattern right in your head. I did kind of make a mistake at some point around the yoke and had to rip a bit of it back, which was obviously aggravating. It didn't say to do twisted rib, but I did twisted rib on the sleeves and on the bottom of it, and I'm really glad that I did, because I think that looks much more neat than the normal rib which I've got around the neck. So next time if I made this again I would do twisted rib around the neck as well. Lightweight, it's nice to wear in the summer. It's not too warm, but it has got some warmth to it, so I'm wearing it today and I'm quite comfortable even though it is freezing cold. This took me 7 balls of this yarn, and this yarn cost just under £7 a ball. £6 a ball, cost me just under £6 a ball, so this cost me £42 in total, which is not too bad considering it's going to last a long time. It's got really good stitch definition, this wool, which is great. However, if you make a mistake or when you swap yarns, it's really noticeable. So where I've swapped yarns on the back, you can see where I've kind of sewn the yarn in. It doesn't kind of join together when you wash and block it. But yeah, I suppose that's what you get. It is really soft though, so it's kind of having that trade-off, isn't it, between how soft something is and how much it blooms when you block it, I suppose. It did grow quite a bit in blocking as well. It almost feels quite linen-y, like cottony, even though it's not. I did manage to stretch it quite a bit when I was blocking it, which was good because I did want it a little bit longer anyway. So yeah, really pleased with this. Would definitely knit again. Would like to knit in like a thinner yarn so it was a bit more see-through. You could wear it over a vest. So yeah, really happy with it. Not sure I'm mad about the colour. I do like blue, but I find it quite hard when you have to wear, well, when you wear blue jeans a lot like I do, wearing blue and blue together doesn't really appeal to me. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it, and it was one of the first things I knit where I was like, wow, I've made this. When you feel really proud, and then you go to work wearing it and someone says, oh, I like your top, and you can say, I made it myself. Oh, my banana, aren't I? So yeah, really pleased with it. Would definitely recommend the pattern. I'd say it's kind of not beginner friendly, but if you've knit a couple of basic jumpers, you'll be able to do it really knit up quick as well, which is fantastic. So that is my Peacock Tee. I will pop who the designer is downstairs. I know she's also got a peacock sweater, and I think there's a peacock blouse, so there's lots of different ones you can make, and they all look quite different. So yeah, definitely check out that pattern. So that's what I'm wearing. Finished objects then. So I have finally finished and absolutely love my daughter's Monday sweater. So here it is. Hold it up the right way. Completely finished. Cuffs, bottom of the jumper, everything sewn in. She's worn this once last weekend, that was when I finished it, and she really likes it. There was a little hole there, I might have to darn that in. But absolutely love this wool. Really lightweight. So a really nice kind of spring autumn piece, but also she wears this with like a long sleeve top underneath. I'll put a picture of her wearing it here with her head chopped off, obviously. She has got a head in real life, don't worry. And this is what I knit it in. So this is the Drop Sky in colour Peach. This, I didn't realise, I think this has a little bit of acrylic in it. Polyamide, I assume, is some sort of acrylic. But it is made from... I've written it down. It is made from alpaca, polyamide and wool, and it is extremely soft and extremely lightweight and squishy. It's absolutely lovely, and this is in the colour Peach. I bought 6 balls of this and I used 4.5, so 5 balls at about £5 each. It only cost £25, which you would struggle to buy that, an acrylic jumper like that in the shop for £25, and it's got a lovely drape, look, it's beautiful. So yeah, really pleased with that. I would definitely use this wool again. I think it's a really nice, I mean, it's a shame I can't fit into it, isn't it? I could fit into it, but it would be very tight. But it looks fantastic on my daughter, so yeah, really pleased with that. So that cost me £25, which you can't complain at. I started that one on September the 13th and finished it on November the 15th. So it took me 2 months. When I started knitting it, I told myself, I'm going to do this jumper in a week. I don't know where I got that idea from. So it took me a little bit over 2 months, but I was knitting other things as well. But yeah, I forgot to tell you how long this took me as well, but I don't think I wrote it down. Yes, I did. So I cast this jumper on, this top on July the 15th and finished it on August the 31st, so a month and a half. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, a month and a half. So this took me a month and a half, and this one took me 2 months. On and off, obviously, like I was knitting other things as well. So yeah, really pleased with that Monday sweater. Pattern was beautiful. Yarn is beautiful. The combination of the two together is beautiful as well. I knit my daughter's in a small, and it's just got enough oversizedness. It's oversized enough just so it's not tight, so she can kind of like French tuck it. It's got a few inches of ease, maybe around the bust and a bit more around like her tummy. But yeah, it's a lovely length. I did stretch it by maybe 2 or 3 inches as well when I was blocking it, so something to bear in mind. That does stretch quite a lot, but that was intentional, so that's good. Yeah, love it. My daughter loves it. Very happy customer. Just took a little bit longer to knit than I thought. So that is my Monday sweater. Next whip then, it's kind of, I'd say it's half whip, half finished object. So my Maldrigal socks that I started knitting, I think I knitted them started them after the last video. I might have already started them. So we've got one sock which is at this stage. So we've got cuff, heel, using a, can't remember the name of the heel. I always forget things. It's my age. I'll put it below. There's a special heel, but I absolutely love it. Now I've done this, I'll never do another heel, a different heel again. And that is one sock. And then, excitingly, is that even a word? Who knows? Who knows at this point? I have finished sock number 1 and I absolutely love it. So this is for my sister for Christmas. When I went to the Stafford Wool Show, she asked me to make her some socks. I asked what colour. She said, something pretty, whatever you like. And I saw this one and I just thought that she would like that. So keeping it a secret, every time she comes round to my house, I make sure it's out of sight. Yesterday I was texting my mum, and I was also texting my mum and sister in a group chat, and I sent a picture of the finished sock on my foot to my mum. And of course I obviously sent it to the group chat. I didn't realise until my sister had seen it and replied. She just put, oh, they're lovely. And I kind of thought, oh, pants, what are you like, Jo? So she's seen them. She doesn't know they're for her. I just kind of changed the subject and posted something else. And hopefully she'll forget about them by Christmas, and hopefully she does like them. The plan with these as well is I have got, where is it? Some wool. Sorry, my head, that was very close to my face. This is how much of the wool, I split the wool in half so that I could do the socks at the same time. That's how much wool I've got from the sock that I've finished. So I'm thinking, this is actually quite a lot. I'm thinking of making her husband a brown pair of socks and just doing some of these stripes on the cuff. So they'll have matching his and her stripy socks. So next episode, I might have those ready to show you, or at least I've started them. So yeah, that's kind of a WIP, work in progress, and also kind of half finished. I aim to get these finished this weekend. So that's another Christmas present done. Still haven't started my mum's mittens that I want to make her with some yarn I got from, I think it's Coastal Colours yarn. I got that at the Stafford Wool Show as well. And then I wanted to make some gingerbread socks as well. So there's lots of things I've got on my needles. I'm trying not to make too many Christmas presents because I don't want to stress myself out. So more work in progress. I haven't done any more on these unicorn pastel socks. Still love these. They are sitting patiently, waiting to be finished, but these are from me, so I've kind of put them a little bit to on the back burner, and I'm working on a jumper for me as well, which I'll show you in a bit. But yeah, that's, and a hat. So they're taking kind of priority at the moment. What I have got to show you is, if you remember last episode, if you watched, I bought some really pretty, I'm missing a ball. Anyway, I bought some green, lavender, and this, which is like an agate colour. I've got an avocado green, lavender, this, a black and a white yarn from Cascade Heritage, which is their sock yarn. It's really, really soft. And I thought, I'm going to design myself some socks. So, first pair of socks I started, which are half done, are these zigzag socks. So, done a lovely avocado green cuff, and then some of the lovely kind of turquoise blue, and then a black and white zigzag design. Then I'm going to do a bit more of the blue, have a green heel and a green toe. So this is what they call a self-drafted pattern. I made the chart on, oh my gosh, someone lend me their brain. Stitch Fiddle. I made the chart on Stitch Fiddle. It's quite simple. The hard bit is trying to get it to fit the number of stitches and the number of repeats. So this has a repeat of, I think 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 stitches. So I might try and put this make this as a pattern. It'd probably be a free pattern because it's not really anything special. You could work this out if you knew a bit about like doing colour charts and stuff. But yeah, I really like how those colours look together. So like really like bright and vibrant. So that was the first sock. And the other sock, which I've shoved onto the same needles, I absolutely love. Even though I've stupidly made them too small. Okay, so these are made in the lavender, sweet lavender, black and white. I've done 2 little, I call them like preppy stripes at the top, and then the heel is white, and then the toe I'm going to do in white as well. And this pattern, this took a bit more working out. This pattern goes round, so it continues all the way around. And again, it did the same sort of heel, which is brilliant for when you're doing colour work, as I've found, because you don't kind of interrupt the pattern. I absolutely love these. These would fit, I don't know anyone that would fit these socks. It's probably like an 8-year-old. So when I finish them, I'm going to have to find someone that I can give those to. But ever so soft. I've done all the colour work myself, worked it all out. It's got these little kind of crosses on. How cute. I'm so proud of them. I love them. Again, I might write the pattern up for those because it's quite easy to grade the socks, because these are like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7. I think it's a 6 pattern, 6 stitch repeat on the pattern. So yeah, look how cute they look together as well. So love those, just haven't got right. I did loads and loads and loads of them probably the evening that I did my last video, and then I've kind of just paused them. But yeah, I will hopefully get those more work done on those. So I'll have some pairs of socks to show you next vlog, which I will try and film every 2 weeks. So that's my first WIP. My second WIP is, again, I really want to carry on doing this, but I just don't get the time. Unfortunately, I have to go to work. Like, what is going on? So this is my beanie that I'm knitting. So I've got to the point now, so this is the right side. I've got to the point now where I've turned it and I'm knitting the other way round. So you do it kind of, you do the right side and then you fold it and then you flip it round so that the right side's on the other side, so that when you fold it up, you've got the right side here and then the right side. I can try this on, but I am a little bit, can I try it on? Okay, I'm going to put this on. Please don't laugh at me, because obviously it's not going to look like a hat yet. Okay, here we go. So it's the wrong way. You've got to imagine it's like, obviously, it's going to be folded up. But I love it. It's so warm and soft. I mean, it would look quite nice just finished like that, wouldn't it? With like a little rolled hem on the bottom. That looks cute. But the idea is that it is folded. My brain isn't braining today. It's folded, so it's got a really, really wide brim and it's really, really thick. I don't know whether you sew the brim or what, but yeah, so it's got like a really thick brim and then this will carry on. But I love it. Can't quite get it on my head because it's on a stitch holder. But isn't that cute? So it's like a lovely burgundy, browny, fluffy colour, and I think I'm going to be okay with just the 2 balls of this wool. Oh great, now I've got hat hair. So this is Isager Boucle. Absolutely love it. Love knitting with it. Only thing that I can see would be a problem is it's like trying to like see if you've made a mistake, but also it kind of catches onto itself, so if you do kind of drop a stitch, I don't think there's going to be any problem if you don't notice. But yeah, loving doing this. Really need to get it finished because it is absolutely freezing, especially first thing in the morning when I'm going to work. And I keep saying to myself, I refuse to buy a hat, I refuse to buy gloves, I'm going to make them. But by the time I get round to it, it will probably be July and I won't need them anymore. So yeah, that's my next whip. Absolutely adore that hat, love it. Already want one in about 3 different colours and I haven't even finished it yet. Okay, final whip. Is this the final whip? Yes. Okay, so this isn't looking exactly how I'd envisioned it, because I referred to this last vlog as a punky jumper, and I think if it was in black and purple stripes it would be. So I'm looking at this as I'm just going to make myself a nice purple jumper. It has got a slight stripe, which I'll show you in a minute, but I saw another jumper in a shop that was kind of like a browny, caramelly brown colour and black, and it was like fluffy, and I thought I've got to make one in those colours as well. So I've kind of half made this pattern based on other raglan patterns that I've made before, but I didn't, the gauge was completely different, so I've had to do a lot of maths to get this, and I'm super proud of myself because I've had to pull it back about 3 times because my collar was wrong, and I am massively playing yarn chicken with this. Like, it's insane. If yarn chicken was an extreme sport, gold medalist right here. Okay, so this is made out of a mix of Merino 4-ply sock wool and Suri alpaca silk, which I have dyed myself, and I dyed it in 2 batches, and one of the batches came out quite bright and deep and rich, and the other came out a bit more pinky toned. So I thought, right, I'll stripe them. So I've made this raglan jumper, and I'm going to hold it up so you can't see my face, and you can see the stripe. So this is a stripe across here, so it's 2 slightly different tones of wool. I'm on that stripe again. It's going to be a raglan. My one regret is that I haven't done a folded collar, but there's no way that I would have enough yarn to do a folded collar. So I think it's going to just be a kind of shove on with a pair of jeans jumper. It's not going to be that smart or exciting, but I really like it. I love the colour. I'll sit back a little bit so you can see. Yeah, it looks cute, doesn't it? I love the colour. I love the wool. I wish I'd have done a twisted rib collar as well. This is not neat at all, but it will do. But yeah, I had to pull this back a few times. I had to do loads of maths. I've had to work out the width of my neck, the width of round under my arms. I put the sleeves on hold, and then I tried it on and I couldn't work out whether it's too tight, so I've had to take them back off and add some more inches to the underarms. But yeah, really enjoying how this is going, and it's knitting quickly now as well because I'm just going round and round. This has taken a third of the yarn that I have, and I haven't done the sleeves, and I'm about less than half of the way through the body. So do we think I'm going to have enough yarn? Probably not. So plan B will be either I'll have to buy some more yarn and dye it, and I won't get the same colour, there's no way, or frog it, which I'm not going to do, or have it cropped. It might end up being quite cropped. So yeah, that's that. Wait, punky, not so punky jumper, but I do love how it's looking. I'm knitting it on 6mm needles, so it's going very quick. It's kind of at a chunk, I'd say it's chunky weight with the two yarns held together. These are the yarns that I'm using, so I am using these two held together. So it's this one's much lighter than these two held together. So if I show you, so we've got kind of a redder in the 4-ply and a much lighter in the mohair. So it's giving quite a little stripe. There's quite a bit of contrast between those two. And it's so, this, if you don't like mohair, Surrey silk alpaca is a dream. It's still fluffy. It's so soft. And I'd looked around for ages to get like a commercial version of it, because I've seen it hand dyed, but I'd never seen it commercially available. But then I found that Fibre Spates do a wool, a Surrey alpaca called Cumulus, like the cloud. So I am going to get some of that and try that, because I really like the look of mohair, but I cannot stand it. It aggravates me. Yeah, it just makes me want to claw my skin off. So yeah, that is my punky purple sweater, which is not so punky anymore. So that is all I've got to talk to you about in terms of finished objects, whips, and I haven't got any acquisitions, as I said before. So now I'm going to move on to the second part of the video, which I haven't done before, where I'm going to talk about something that I've got planned. I'm going to go through some options for this vest that I want to knit. I've got a kind of idea in my head of what I want to do, and I know what wool I want to use, but I wanted to kind of get all your input and see what you like the best. Which one would you knit? So I've found, I think, 5 or 6 different patterns for vests, which I think would look good in this yarn, and I want to know what you think. So I'm going to go through them now, and please do comment below and tell me which one you prefer. If you've knit any of them, that would be fantastic. I always look on Ravelry to see sort of projects that have been made out of the patterns that I'm looking at. So I would love to hear your thoughts, especially if you've had any experience knitting them. Okay, I just squish the camera over there so I can have lots of space here to put my pictures in. So the first thing I need to explain is the yarn I'm going to use for this vest. So I went to a shop called A Yarn Story in Bath with my husband, and my mum said, if you see anything you want, buy it and I'll get you for Christmas. So I bought 3 skeins of this yarn from A Yarn Story, which is their own yarn that they make, and it's called Opus, and it is, the colour is goldenrod. I'll put a picture here. I haven't got the wool with me because it's at my mum's house, but that's what it looks like. That's the colour. And it is quite expensive. It's £26 a skein. However, there's 350 metres of yarn in it. So when you actually work it out in terms of things like looking at similar things like Sandnes garn and knitting for Olive, it's kind of around the same price point per 100 metres. I didn't realise until I recently started knitting that it's not just about the weight, it's also about the length of the yarn, because I would have assumed that if you need 300 grams to make a top in one wool, you just need the same weight of yarn to make it in a different wool. But it's more about the yardage or how many meters you've got. So this yarn, even though it is expensive per ball, per 100 grams, it is actually you are getting quite a lot of yardage for your money. Should say as well, the opus is so soft. It feels like cashmere. It's made of 70% merino and 30% baby alpaca. So alpaca's soft anyway, but baby alpaca is even softer. And it made me giggle a bit because on their website, I think it says 70% merino, 30% alpaca, 100% amazing, which I thought was quite funny. So it's £26 100 grams, which gives you 350 meters, and it's sport weight. It doesn't have a gauge written on the website, and I haven't got the wool to check, but usually with a sport weight you're looking at about 23 to 26 stitches per 4 inches. So some of these patterns that I'm looking at don't have that gauge, so I might have to faff around with sizes and needles and doing more maths and things like that, which is fine. So the first pattern, the Gloria Vest O-neck, let me see what it looks like. Right, it's a lovely round neck vest with a gorgeous texture. I put a picture in. I love the texture of this because I've got probably over 1,000 meters of this wool. I can get away with quite an oversized vest and also quite a bit of texture, because textures usually eat wool a little bit quicker than having like a plain stockinette. So things I love about this vest, I love the fit of it, I love the shaping around the armholes, and I really, really love the texture. I think that would look absolutely gorgeous in this colour, and even over just a white t-shirt, so absolutely lovely. The gauge on this is 22 stitches, so around about the right gauge. Is it gauge or gauge? Oh, I say gauge, gauge. Let's say gauge because that's what everyone else says, gauge. What am I like? So yeah, 22 stitch gauge. I really like the texture, I really like the fit. So that is option 1. That's the Gloria Vest O-neck. It's by Dorothy Officiers from Adorable Knits. So she's got some absolutely stunning stuff on there. She's also got a jumper that I'm dying to make called the Winter Soul Sweater, and it's got like, I don't know whether this is intentional, but it looks like music, you know, when you have music played digitally and it has all like the bars of the showing the waves. I think that's what it looks like to me, but whether that's why it's called Winter Soul, it's probably nothing like it, but I really, really like that jumper. I want to knit that as well. So go and check out those patterns. That's Adorable Knits. Haven't knit anything of hers before, but definitely got some in my favourites queue. So that's option 1. Let's turn my page over. Option 2 is the Semper Slipover by Knit Pearl Girl. So this is a really nice, plain, classic design. I do really like this and I definitely want to knit it. The only thing with this is I feel like it wouldn't take much wool, so I'd probably have to find something to do with the rest of the wool, and it is very plain, so it's like stockinette. So I think I want something a little bit more textured. It's got a good gauge of 21 stitches, so I'd have to do a little bit of faffing around with needle sizes and things like that. Love it in this colour that's on the picture as well, this lovely beige colour. I think that would look fantastic, again, over a blouse or a shirt for work, or just over a plain t-shirt, or even you could probably get it over a roll neck, couldn't you? Yeah, really like it. Not sure about what the armholes are like, whether I do like kind of some definition on the armholes. I'm not sure whether that's got it. I'll have to look into that a bit more if I do make it in the future. The next pattern is called the Investment Vest. Nearly called it Investment Desk, and that is by Natalja Ledvanova, or Casual Knit Studio as she's called on Ravelry. So she again has got some gorgeous patterns. She's got another vest that I really liked as well. Can't remember what that's called right now, but this investment vest, I love the shoulders on it, I love the armholes. I think it's a really nice fit, like the neckline. Again, it's quite plain, and also it's in quite a thicker wool. It's got a 20 stitch gauge, so I do love it though. I just think it looks really chic. Whether it would look like that on me, probably not, but hey, does it matter as long as I'm happy wearing it? Next one is called the Dormice Vest. It might be Dormice Vest. Again, I love the texture on this. I love the fit of it. It's got like quite a masculine fit, quite shapeless, oversized. I don't know whether I'm being kind of a bit biased because the colour is very similar to the wool that I want to use as well, but I love the colour of this, love the texture. I don't think that texture would be too difficult to do either. This is made with much thicker wool, so it's got a 16 stitch gauge, but yeah, it looks really stylish, really loose and casual. Again, that's in my favourites. If I don't knit it this time, I might do it again in the future. That would look really nice in like a brown as well. So yeah, definitely keeping that in mind if I don't knit it this time. The next one is called the Bomnal Vest, which is cabled. So this is the only cabled vest I've got. I do really want to do some cabling. I do know how to do it. I've done it before, but I also don't want it to take me so long that I get bored and shove it in the corner somewhere. I really like the fit of this vest. Again, over a long white shirt with the shirt sticking out the bottom, I think that would look amazing. It has a 19 stitch gauge, so again, it's very thick. Might be better for a more Aran weight yarn, maybe even a chunky. I think it looks really classy. Only issue with that is there's not many projects on Ravelry, which is fine. I'm happy to knit something that not many people have knit. I think that's like nice, isn't it, to be able to do something for a designer if not many people have knit your pattern. However, I do like seeing lots of different pictures to see how it fits different people, different body shapes and different colours people have used. This up there with the favourites in this project. Solstice slipover, this is called the Solstice Spencer vest, and it is by Mandy Julie. Oh, I forgot to mention that Bomnal vest is by Cookies the Knitter as well, just in case you wanted to check that out. The Solstice Spencer is by Mandy Julie, and it has a 30 stitch gauge, and it's using 3.5mm needles. Now this is the one that I just love. I just think it looks absolutely stunning, and whether it's because the lady in the picture is dressed, she's styled it beautifully. Again, the colour might be causing me to be a little bit biased towards it because that is kind of the colour that I'm looking at making it with, but I just think the texture on this is just absolutely stunning, and it's exactly kind of what I'm going for, so I am leaning to that. However, 3.5mm needles is a lot, isn't it? That's a lot of knitting. 3.5mm needles might take me ages to do. However, if I love the yarn, I love knitting with it, I'll put up with it. I'll put up with the small needles. Yeah, absolutely love how she styled that, the colour, the fit, everything. So that is the one that is probably my favourite. So we'll see. Next video, I won't have knitted by the next video, but I would love to have some ideas of what you think. If there's another vest that you think, oh, this would look amazing in that colour, or I know exactly what she likes, let's suggest this. Please comment below and let me know what you think. I've really enjoyed chatting with you all today. Not that I'm actually chatting at you. I've enjoyed chatting at you today. I've really loved reading your comments and replying to your comments and having a little natter in the comment section. So yeah, thank you so much to all of you that have followed me, that have watched my videos. I really look forward to doing them all week. I'm thinking, oh, what shall I talk about in my video? I am desperate to go and buy some more yarn, but I'm trying to be good. It's not payday yet, so we have to wait, don't we? But hopefully next week I'll have a couple more things to show you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you all again in 2 weeks' time. Bye bye.